Hey Blurdies, it's me Mia and welcome back to Pace Butterfly Vlog. Now this video, if you're seeing it, it's going to be the new year, so Happy New Year! Yay! We made it through another year and we're about to start a brand new one. I'm so excited. There was so much that happened for me last year, ups and downs, the recreation of my blog to now be focused on my growth as a childcare teacher and provider, learning new things, being more focused on child development, me getting ideas of what more I could do with my blog that I'm really hoping to develop as the years goes on, as well as getting started working on my CDA. I'm cracking down on that right now. I took a little bit of a break to sort things out, and because I was put in the wrong program, but then I'm not in the right program, excuse me, sorry. And so I'm really looking forward to really cracking down and getting my portfolio together. Like the classes that I did before getting enrolled, they have put me up at 36%. So I'm making a steady pace, and I kind of have a bit of a advantage. So I don't have to really do much. Well, still have a lot to do, but it won't be too tedious. So I'm excited about that. I'm really looking forward to how the year is going to be. And I actually do, I think you're going to get a special video on New Year's Day that if you didn't get a chance to look at it, go onto my page and my YouTube channel and check it out. So I'm just really excited about this year, and let's get started. So last week, it was kind of similar to this week. It was Christmas week, holiday week 1, and we're going holiday week, and this is holiday week 2. So it was Christmas week the previous week. So basically the entire week I had the Rugrats, that's the new name for them, instead of the little ones. I decided to put the little ones as the 2-year-olds, and like the 1 and 1.5-year-old group, they're going to be known as the Rugrats because I think it's a little bit more fitting. So we had a brand new little one that came in on Monday, and I'm not entirely sure if he had been to other centers before then, but I know that this was his first day at our center, and he was very happy little guy, but unfortunately he was really sad and really had moments where he was missing his mommy. Like, we have glass doors on some of the classrooms. My classroom has like a big, glass door along with big windows that go into the hallway. So every time someone had passed by the door, or they stopped by the door to like get me something, or to leave something over in the like cubby area and whatnot, he would instantly get sad. And me, my heart hurts when a child is sad. I had always told him over and over again and let him know that you're okay. You'll see mommy later, but mommy would want you to, hang out with your brand new friends. You got new friends here, to play with and hang out with. And he's gotten a little bit better, throughout the week. He gotten a little bit, more calm. The last time he came in on Friday. He was actually put into another class, but I did had some time with him throughout that day, and he was doing a little bit better. Still like a little sad, missing his mommy, but it was towards the end of the day that day, so I can say he was becoming a little bit more anxious. I did a lot of activities throughout this week. I tried to do a bowling activity, just something simple. Just set up the pins. The kids play with like a little plastic bowling ball. We had like two that was very small, and then we had a big green one, and of course the little ones, they prefer to just throw the ball around. Had another one that they would just go up to the pins and just knock them down, but at least that they were enjoying it and having fun. So that's, I think, was an achievement at that. On Monday, I had prepared a couple of activities to do for the next day. But of course, the next day was Christmas Eve. It was going to be a little bit different because, of course, we were going to be along with the children, were going to be leaving out a little bit earlier that day. So I decided to save the activities for after the holiday, and it just made it a bit of a free day for Christmas Eve. And also, we had a surprise pajama day again. So I didn't get to wear my onesie. I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? I want to be a little bit more relaxed. It's going to be an early day. So I wore my Stitch night shirt with a nice pair of teal pajama pants. I just wanted, and I wore a pink hoodie, so I just wanted to be comfortable for that day. Also, I um let's see. Also, I was, Christmas completely off that day. So, but I did a special video for that particular day showing all the little gifts I received from people. And I just want to say once again that I am extremely thankful and appreciative of all of the gifts I received. Like I had gotten even an extra gift that I didn't mention in the video because, I'm kind of antsy about mentioning about certain gifts. You know how it is. Like people like broadcast stuff that they have, and then something ended up happening. So there was one gift I got that was really big. I was not expecting it, and I got it, but I'm not gonna really be blowing it up, but I want to say that I was really surprised and I was really appreciative of getting it. Like so many gifts I got that I really loved, and you can see some of them over in the page. The day returning back to school, I had really, the classes were actually really small because, it's holiday week. So I know, so, it's understandable that some children or, the little ones may have stayed home with mommy and daddy instead of, coming in for the day. I know that there's 2 weeks off for older children, school age children. So they either, I think, were staying the whole day at the center, or they probably were staying home with their families. So on Thursday, it went pretty smooth. I had three, little friends as well. And then during lunchtime, my little like group, I say class, but I'll just say group. My little group, along with two other groups, were gonna have nap time in my classroom. Like it's very rare that I set up my classroom for a nap time. Like I've done it before, but it's been rare that I would have, get the cots out, get extra cots for any of the kiddos that probably would need it. But, that also went kind of smoothly as well. Okay, another big thing I want to mention is that I've received a watch for Christmas, so it kind of helped with me keeping track of time. So that is what's really exciting. We got brand new, I saw that we got a brand new team member coming on, and I'm always excited when you have new members coming onto the team. I got to chat with her a little bit. She seems really nice, so I'm looking forward to working with her. The thing I want to say about nap time, however, is that I do have one little friend. He's been a little bit awake during nap time, and during this particular time, he had awakened a couple other ones. Just being loud, making noises and whatnot. I mean, it was just a kind of a small thing, but I talked a little bit with his parent about some like options that might help, and so for the nap time for the following day, it actually kind of helped out a little bit. As I mentioned before, that I did have some activities planned. One activity I was surprised that worked out surprisingly well is it's called Walk the Line. Basically, you can either put tape down on the floor, or if you're going outside, you can use chalk to draw a line, and like you just have the kids, follow along with the line. And as soon as I put the tape down, the kids automatically just follow along the line. Like I was, wasn't expecting. I thought I would had to like let them be like, come on, here, follow along like this. But they took to it, and they had a lot of fun just hopping along the line, just running along it, and it was just, it's something that was so simple but still so fun. Another thing that I had mentioned before, I am trying to get little ones during lunch to utilize their utensils. They still kind of like start picking with their hands, but I make sure to give them a spoon, a fork, and let them know that using forks and using spoons, um, you could use them so they can make your hands less messy during lunchtime. Like the only time I probably would not use the fork or spoon is if we have a lunch that is like mostly finger food. Like maybe they get like nuggets, and they probably get like, I'm just saying hypothetical, like chicken nuggets, and they get like a slice of like apples to go along with their lunch. Like that's a hypothetical meal, just an example of like a meal that they probably won't be needing their fork. But most of the time they are going to have a meal that has something that they would need a fork or a spoon for. So Friday was something else. I mean, not something else. Like there have been days that had days that I feel like it was a little bit more activity, for lack of a better word, than usual. So I had the Rugrats for that day as well. I usually have them on Fridays, and there was one, like, this is the story. The we allow children as long as they not bring anything that has like nuts in it. Like we're a nut free location, so but we're allowed children to have food from home. So I had gotten the child, and it was after breakfast, and their parent was asking about, something that they were talking to my assistant director about. Like, I didn't know about it, so I didn't understand what they were saying. So, but I was still being reassuring, say that I didn't hear anything about it, but I could ask some questions around and see if we could get that information for you. So I had asked someone about it, and they said that they weren't really sure, but they had told me that the rules about breakfast, it's from this time to that time, but if we have extra crackers, like we can provide it for the child, and which is what I did. Then the parent who was dropping off their other child had came back to the classroom and with this little snack cup. And that's when I've understood the question was about bringing having kids having food from home. And so the child had little Cheerios to eat, and I made sure that that they stay at the table and eat instead of wandering around with the food. And so, I let the parent know about the food policy. As long as they have nuts in it, it's okay. Then, they had left for a little bit, and then they returned back. They gave extra apples to their little one as a snack, and said bye for the day, which was pretty okay. Not too long after, while I'm getting my classroom together, getting myself a little bit together, I noticed that there's two small puddles nearby the play area, and I immediately thought, they're the only ones that's eating. So I immediately thought, oh my goodness, this poor child is not feeling well. I need to go and make sure to check to see if this child, might have something. So I asked for a thermometer, asked for a thermometer. You checked them around their, forehead, and they were okay. So basically, the child had extra to eat, and I guess they were just still running around because I had let them know numerous times to sit at the table to eat. That we don't walk around and eat, but of course they must have got up, went around and play, and the poor thing ended up having gotten a little sick. It was cleaned up right away, was made sure that it was cleaned up, made sure the kiddos didn't go running into it. But I felt like it did kind of contribute to like taking up some extra time that I want to dedicate to an activity before the Rugrats was going to head outside, because the weather was surprisingly warm throughout this week. There was a couple times that we got to go outside. I think I got them outside twice that day, but it was just a lesson to be learned. Be a little bit more prepared, for like things for that to happen. And I think I take a little bit of responsibility because I did contribute some food beforehand, before they were able to, before they had gotten their own personal like snack or breakfast for that day. But lesson learned, lesson learned. At least I was able to clean up the class. It was kind of just like a day that just kind of went by with a lot of energy and went by quickly, but it still kind of mellowed out as the day on. So that's pretty much it for the day. I hope you guys have been keeping up with me on social media. Links are below. And also, I had to mention about the online site store that I'm promoting. I can't say exactly what the name is, but it all is about getting items that is for your personal safety. And we also have items that you could get for your little one to help them to be more safe as well. So the link is going to be inside this description or in the link tree if you don't able to click on the description. Thank you guys so much, and let's get excited about the new year, 2025. Yeah. All right, you guys. Hope you have a very, very good weekend. Happy New Year once again. I think it's like, let's see. I think it's after Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah to you Hanukkah celebrators, which I am one, like menorah. And I hope you guys stay blessed and beautiful. Bye, y'all. Happy New Year.